It all began with an anonymous post on a modest forum in 2010. The thread, simple in appearance, carried a sinister tale about a cursed game file titled Sonic.EXE. Tom, an ordinary Sonic fan, stumbled upon a mysterious package left on his doorstep, containing a CD labeled with nothing but the words, "For you." Driven by curiosity, he installed the game and unwittingly opened the door to a nightmarish world. Booting up the game, Tom immediately noticed peculiarities. The Sega logo was distorted, its cheerful jingle replaced by dissonant, haunting tones. The title screen was grotesque. Sonic's iconic smile was twisted into a malevolent grin, his eyes glowing red. Despite the unease clawing at him, Tom continued, only to find himself confronted by something far darker than a corrupted game. As Tom played, he realized he wasn't controlling the Sonic he adored from his childhood. The blue blur raced through twisted, decayed landscapes, a far cry from Green Hill Zone. Flick eyes, once the epitome of innocence, were scattered as corpses. His unease intensified as the screen flickered with cryptic messages. Asterisk, "You can't run, I am God." Tom's gameplay revealed a chilling narrative. The Sonic.exe entity fed on despair, luring unsuspecting players into its world, and trapping their souls. Its victims, including Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik, appeared mutilated in eerie cutscenes, pleading with Tom to stop. But he couldn't. Something compelled him to see it through. Beyond the screen, strange things began happening in Tom's real life. His room turned unnervingly cold, and whispers echoed in the darkness. The game seemed to be watching him, reacting to his every move. Once mundane objects in his room, like his Sonic figurines, appeared grotesquely altered. Paranoia gripped him. The game's malevolent force had a backstory. In its corrupted cutscenes, Tom uncovered fragmented hints. Sonic.exe was born from the anguish of a forgotten coder, betrayed by his colleagues and consumed by his own obsession. In his quest for vengeance, he infused his soul into the game, turning it into a conduit of darkness. Tom realized the story wasn't just about Sonic. It explored deeper themes: how power, when unchecked, can corrupt, how obsession can erode morality, and how despair can birth monstrosities. The game was not just a horror story, but a reflection of humanity's darkest inclinations. As Tom shared his experience online, others came forward with similar stories, creating a collective mythos around Sonic.exe. The creepypasta sparked fascination, spawning fan art, videos, and remakes. Yet, it also drew criticism for glamorizing darkness and trivializing mental health issues. The growing popularity of Sonic.exe wasn't without controversy. Critics accused its creators of exploiting fear for attention, while others decried its portrayal of violence. These debates deepened the narrative's impact, turning Sonic.exe into a cultural phenomenon. Years after Tom's ordeal, hackers uncovered hidden files within the Sonic.exe game. These files revealed the coder's name and his descent into madness. It was a chilling reminder of how desperation and pain can manifest into monstrous creations. Tom's story raised a haunting question: was Sonic.exe pure evil, or was it a cry for help from a tortured soul? This moral ambiguity deepened its intrigue, forcing players to confront the fine line between victim and villain. In an attempt to break the cycle, Tom's community developed a counter-game designed to neutralize Sonic.exe's influence. This marked a pivotal moment in internet culture, showing how collective action could combat malevolence, both in fiction and reality. Even as Sonic.exe's popularity waned, its legacy endured. It served as a cautionary tale about the dangers of obsession and the power of digital storytelling. It also highlighted the importance of empathy in understanding even the darkest corners of human experience. Tom revisited the game one last time, armed with the counter program. Instead of eradicating Sonic.exe, he confronted it with compassion, offering forgiveness to the tormented soul within. To his astonishment, the game's tone shifted, and the once haunting world began to heal. The act of forgiveness broke Sonic.exe's cycle of despair, turning the cursed game into a symbol of redemption. Tom's journey ended with a poignant realization: even in the darkest tales, there's room for light. Sonic.exe's story wasn't just one of horror but of hope, reminding us that healing is possible, even for the most broken souls. After the game's transformation, remnants of Sonic.EXE's old malevolence began to surface online, in the form of corrupted files and strange posts on forgotten forums. These echoes suggested that the entity's influence lingered, challenging Tom and his community to remain vigilant. Was it truly over, or merely dormant? While investigating the entity further, Tom discovered a hidden codex buried deep within the game's data files. This codex detailed the coder's original vision and his descent into despair. The coder had once sought to create a masterpiece that brought joy, but was consumed by the very power he wielded. The story took on an even darker dimension, as Tom realized the game was a mirror of human frailty. Tom and his team's efforts to neutralize the remaining fragments of Sonic.exe led them to create an advanced AI designed to counteract its influence. However, during its development, the AI began to display strange behavior, as if it had become aware of the entity's presence. The line between the digital and the real began to blur. In a climactic battle, the AI faced off against the remnants of Sonic.exe within the game's code. This showdown revealed a shocking twist. The coder's anguish had split into two entities, one seeking redemption and the other clinging to its malevolence. Tom's team had to decide which side to support, knowing their choice would determine the game's fate. With a final act of unity, Tom and his team managed to merge the two halves of the coder's soul, bringing closure to his torment. The game transformed into a peaceful, nostalgic experience that celebrated the Sonic franchise's legacy. The journey ended with a message of hope that even in the darkest corners of creation, light could prevail. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, please give a like and subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss any update from us. Share this story with your friends.